What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to some more SpockPlays. Today we are checking out what is probably the hottest Autobattler on the interwebs right now, at least at the time of recording. That isn't TFT or whatever the other big one that is escaping me. We have Guildrun, a new PvE-focused Autobattler that's pretty good. I've been seeing a lot of people play it, and I've been playing it a decent amount myself. I was originally thinking about doing this as a first look, but that feels unfair because I've probably put maybe 10 or 15 hours into this demo slash beta already. So welcome back to the Holodeck Hour. Glad to have you. Glad to have you back. Yeah, this game is pretty cool. We're going to hop right in. I'm right now, so we'll click start game here. So the demo's it's a pretty good demo. I want to say it's a pretty small dev team too that's working on this. And from what I can tell so far, it doesn't look like there's any microtransactions. There's no PvP. That may be planned. You can see the co-op mode, which is like 2 people doing PvE, will be released with the full release, but there's a leaderboard right now. There's one more mode I have not unlocked called Red Rift, which is the kind of hardest mode, and from like the latest patch notes, it seems like it's between 7 and 12% of runs actually able to finish it, and that seems to be where most people are playing right now. So we're trying to get into Red Rift, but I've been getting pretty smacked by triple S. So yeah, the way that the game works is you can start with this base difficulty, and then you can kind of increase them, similar to maybe how Ascension would work in Slay the Spire, but every single one of these different difficulties right now adds more difficulty modifiers to your run, and it gives you a better score. So I've been all the way up through triple S, and that's what we're going to be doing. So we'll take a look here. So each one of these stacks on top of each other. So heroes take 10% more max HP damage. Enemies are more durable. I don't know what that means. Maybe just more HP. Earn 1 fewer shard per surviving hero. That one sucks. Heroes can only equip 1 item per rank. That is probably that's the toughest one to deal with, because you can't really make your low rank heroes, and we'll get into that as we start. A higher, like, you can't just stack items on them to make them more powerful, which is annoying. So they have to be basically the way that the hero ratings work is C. All heroes start at C, they move to B, A, and then S. And I think you can actually double in triple S, but I have not seen that so far. It might be deeper in the endless runs. But yeah, so when they're rank C, they only get 1 item. B is 2, A is 3, S is 4. So this one makes it much, much harder. Double S is enemies are deadlier, and triple S are act bosses influence combats in their act, making them more difficult. This one actually is the one that's been smacking me the most, because the bosses seem to beat my really good teams right at the last second. And then we have these kind of boss tokens here. So at the start of each run, you can get these to give them a starting bonus, and then you can use them to re-roll the bonuses. But I haven't really been doing that so far. I just kind of pick what it gives me. So we're going to get kicked off, and we'll explain the game as we go. Yeah, like I said, it was in my brain. First look, Holodeck Hour, first deck, Holodeck Hour. We're going with Holodeck Hour just because I've played a lot of this. And yeah, kind of it's going to be a chill little sesh as we play through some runs and hopefully win. It's got a little bit of backstory, not terribly much. Basically, this is how each run starts right now. I don't know if this is going to change the runs. It doesn't really mean much to me. So it's basically like, if you want to run a guild, I'll need you to fill this out. Hey, are you spacing out? Sorry. Name of the guild. And sign here, please. You must be the new guild leader. Welcome. I'll walk you through your first contract. He will not walk us through our first contract. We've done quite a few. You know what to do. Defeat the monsters within and the rift closes. But before that, recruit your first breaker for your guild. This is kind of like the comic book style background where you're recruiting heroes, sending them into a rift, and defeating them. It's kind of like a guild agency in the background. And sometimes these people will pop into your run and give you little buffs. Alrighty. So let's see who we got here. Not bad. Not bad. We've got Grace, who is, every hero has their abilities on the left. That this one has a stall ability. That means it activates after X seconds. This means that this hero uses shields. And then Mystic, it's kind of like a shielding and mana regen class. You can hold shift to kind of break down the stats a bit more advanced. Like Pollen is a healer. Excuse me. Grace is kind of a healer shielder. She can also resurrect heroes, which is pretty good if you're kind of getting smacked, or you have like a super high DPS dealer that gets in and sometimes dies. She's really good. Pollen's also pretty good. She does this kind of like flower field in the area that heals heroes / shields them and poisons enemies. And then Logan's a warrior. I actually really like him. There's kind of like tier lists are kind of in the ether right now. They're evolving and kind of changing every day. There's also a lot of patch notes that are changing everything. So if you watch this video a month from now or 2 months from now or 6 months from now, the heroes may be different and the abilities may be different. All that stuff may be different. But as of the time of recording, I've got a decent idea of what's going on. I like Logan a lot. He seems to do really well for me. Does a lot of damage. So let's take a look at these little boss things we have down here. Hero Scheme 10 Omnivamp, that can be helpful. Give a random common relic, random common item, and 3 shards. And heroes gain 1% stats after 2 victories. So yeah, this will give 10% over the course of the run. This is a flat Omnivamp, which is basically just lifesteal. This one gives you an item or relic and 3 shards. That's pretty good. I don't know which one's the best, but we're gonna go with... who do we want to go with? They're all honestly pretty good options. Logan's just really good DPS early. If we don't get another DPS early, which we will, it can be a little bit harder, but getting a really good healer like Grace or Pollen is really powerful as well. We'll go with Pollen. We'll change it up. So we get we get a tank item, we get a relic, which is win a combat with 3 or more heroes of the same class in play, which sucks. We're probably not going to get that, but maybe we will. Maybe we'll get some cross stuff. So very similar to any Autobattler. You can see this is PvE, so you can take your time, which is nice. This is your amount of money. There's a little bit of eco involved, little eco meta. This is kind of the stage that you're on. I think you basically go through this twice in this run, and then you get to the boss. This is your emergency rewind. If you die, this will trigger. You'll get as many shards as you have here, and unless you rerun the run, so you basically can re-roll, try and buff your heroes one more time, or change up your build, and redo a fight. You can sometimes recharge it due to an event. That happens kind of Slay the Spire style. You got your stats here on the right. This is your party at the bottom. And yeah, this is your character's abilities. So for Pollen, you can right click to see them on the right here. She creates a flower field for 5 seconds. This activates when she has the mana kind of suggested there. So you'll see this fill up. She starts with 35 mana, and then once the bar fills, she'll cast her ability. Now, it also says she's stall, and so you can see it says each second after inflict 2. It's saying 2 poison, which is affected by her mana gain or her mana regen, and then enemies apply 10 shields, where that is boosted by her magic, which right now is 0, to that each person in the flower field. And then she has a stall ability after stall 15. Everybody gets healed for a amount based off of her magic. So we're just going to throw her back here, get 1 attack off before they get in. And we should win this fight. It would be crazy if you don't win fight 1. I have lost pretty early, though, and we'll do a few runs here just kind of to fill up the time, to do a little hanging out. So we won our first battle. We are on the road to victory, and we get 3 choices. I'm going to go with Tilly. Tilly's pretty good. She generates shards, and she's kind of like a carry. You just have to get her the right items. So I think we're going to do this, because this actually syncs pretty well with her build. Every 25 auto attack we gain 2 shards, and she gains attack speed and damage based off of one another. Which is pretty cool. So that's just her passive ability. So yeah, she's a mana fiend, and we're gonna go ahead and get on to the next fight here. All right, a clerk from the Department of Guild Affairs leans to the right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they come through here and they hand you a little gift. It usually happens like right in the second round of the run. I like to do the one that let's see. This is really good in Triple S, the extra item ability, just because you're so capped for items. Shard Starter Kit is not great. Gets you maybe 4 to 6 more, 12. Hero to gain 35 magic is pretty good for us right now, like the ones that affect them permanently. We're going to put that on Pollen, which will make her ability a bit stronger. Each of these enemies has an ability. You can right-click them to see what it is. This one just has an active ability of deal, that amount of damage to a random enemy. So you do have to pay attention to these sometimes. There are ones that will pull enemies. There's ones that will jump on enemies. And we'll see that happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Pollen up front, which is a little crazy, but she has the Bulwark item for right now. And Tilly will sit in the back and just deal some damage. She should speed up as we go. There's our heal. aptly timed. I don't know if she's going to get a second one off, but that stall ability did hit right there. And now we move on. Very good. Alright, that should be our first fight. Both heroes survive, so we get a little bonus. You can see your stats here. Alright, there's Grace back again, and there's Logan. So usually, like, there's definitely a ton of different ways to run this. I find that you always need at least one healer, or somebody who generates shields, and you always need a tank, or a vanguard. Warriors can kind of act as tanks too, but you have to kind of build them appropriately. I have not actually used Zuri at all. I don't know how good she is. But on crit, permanently gain 1 defense and 1 magic. Triggers blank times per combat. Defense, so it's pretty good to get her early. She could be a pretty good tank. We'll take her, because I actually have not played with her yet, which is crazy how much I've played. I just run builds where I know I've been trying to beat this, so I know, what builds are pretty good right now. But we'll try a little something different for the video. So gain 5 shards per assassin in combat. We would get 1 off of her. That would take 4 turns to pay out with her. We can't actually get them both. So we're going to do this, and then let's see. I think we're just going to get this. Maybe we should just hold on to it. I think we can get away on the next fight without an item, so we'll just move on for now and keep our stuff. Get a special item or relic that pays off in the future with offensive or... Oh, this is the offensive one or the one in the future. We're going to go with offensive items, get a little bit more damage. Inflicts a debuff. Nah, it's not really good for us. Inflict burn. On stall, gain 15 attack speed and 15 mana magic. That would be pretty good on Pollen, so we'll do that just to buff her. I wasn't expecting that to be a buffing ability. Man, Zuri is huge. So we'll do that. The attack speed's not great for her, but the mana regen is, and it'll give her a little extra DPS. So we're going to move them over here. And so Zuri, yeah, we just gonna... So she needs more crit. She's got 50 crit, which is pretty good. And you'll see these things kind of flick, like right there, when they trigger. So she's already gained a little bit of a magic in, what do you call it? What is it? Defense and magic, which seems pretty good. We need another pop of the heal here. There we go. You can see kind of why it's important to have somebody who can at least tank the damage and then a damage dealer. So you kind of have to have all of your bases covered. Now, you can see this green flurry... Oh, man, just lost the extra gold occurring here. So when you run over a minute, and there's ways to extend that, this thing called the Rift starts. It's kind of like the fog in like a battle royale, like a Fortnite or something like that. At least that's the way I think of it. It doesn't necessarily reduce the playfield, but it does actively damage you and the enemies. Ooh. There's our first B hero. If you find the same hero in the store, you move them up a rank, and then you get another ability, and in the higher difficulties, you get another item slot. So we're always looking for that. Now here's the question. I don't think we have room for this, but does she have backup? Heroes that have backup, you have this reserve over here. You can increase the number of heroes that you're playing with relics kind of later in the game that will give you like 4 heroes on the field, 5 up to 6. But there are some heroes who have the keyword backup in their description, and they have abilities that passively work while they're in reserve. So sometimes it's good to look out for those too. So Sal is just like a mana fiend. This makes her a warrior. Could be good to get her, except we would be waiting a very long time to pick up anything else. We're going to re-roll. There's our pollen level up. Definitely like that. Alright, so these are gain the mage class and 30 magic. This makes her do a little bit more DPS. That could be good. After stall 20, inflicts more poison. After stall 40, increase the number of debuffs on all enemies. Right now, the only debuff I think we have is poison. Yeah, so it's basically just an ability for her. And then after stall 15... double healing and shielding lasts 1 second longer. We're going to go with that. Well, 1 second longer isn't great, but the double of her healing and shielding as she is our only healer is pretty good. Alright, so this is a pretty good item, but I don't think we have any rush heroes, right? We've got a shard hero, a crit. Yeah, no rush right now. That would be good for her. This is gaining a shards, which is good eco. We're going to reroll again, and there's our Tilly level up. So that's pretty good. So we've already gotten 2 of our heroes to B, and we're not super deep into the run, which is what you want. Gain an item slot on auto attack. Deal bonus damage per shard generated this game. That can be good. Gain 8 crit, 8 omnivamp, then deal 157 damage. She doesn't have any magic right now, but her attack speed and attack will definitely go up. This buffs all warriors and duelists, so for me, this one will scale over the game because we do have shard generation. This one, let's see, +4 per rank, +4 per rank. So this could go up to 20 crit and 20 omnivamp when she activates her ability, which is good for folks. It would synergize with Zuri. And then she just does a blast that kind of combines all of her stuff. I think what we're getting to do, because you do want to get your carries to like have some sort of lifesteal and like a way to get more like attack speed and kind of go up. This just gives her another item slot, which is useful, and we can put stuff there, and it just gives us shards. This one is better for the team. We'll go the Elegant. We'll try that out. I'm not super sure on the best way to do it. I think usually you want to build her as like kind of a mana person. Or I'm sorry, not mana person, attack speed. Kind of damage dealer, but we'll see. This would be good, but we're not going to be keeping our tank in the back row. Is there any point on rolling any further? I don't believe so. Challenge encounters are pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. Usually you get wrecked. I don't think our build is good enough right now because our tank isn't strong enough. So we're just going to do the standard encounter. I've found in the higher difficulty it's better just to err on the side of caution. So we're going to do a little something like... We're actually going to move Tilly up like that. And let Zuri do her thing. We need to definitely get something on her and get her some more crit. She has a lot of health, and she currently is our tank, but oh man. Oh, that sucks. Now relying on Tilly. As you can see, it definitely gets harder. There we go. Alright, Tilly's doing work. Her stall ability, the ability we picked actually does seem to be helping her out. So if we take a look at how much she's healed, not that much. Not that much. Alright, Rip is pretty good. I really like him. We don't have a massive investment into Zuri right now. But she has gained some defense and magic. Let's see, so Rip would be 58 and 6. She's already got, but that's supposed to the 30 here. It would, I kind of want to stick with her. I kind of want to see. She's not a mage, so this won't give her magic. We're just going to re-roll, see if we get lucky. 25 or more shards in the bank, the holder's ability. Now this could be good for her. This could definitely be good for her. This is also pretty good. Epic, 6 mana gen, 15 HP. Just makes her cast her ability more often and keeps her clean. We could get both, but I think we're going to go for this. We're going to swap this out, which is dangerous. I admit this is a dangerous play. We're going to put that on you. Hopefully it's not a really hard next round. I don't want to roll, but I kind of do just in case we can freeze the we're going to roll and see. Oh, man, crap. This is huge. Yeah. She doesn't even have an active ability, so I'm an idiot. We're going to go with Tilly.
I expect compliments from the guild.
Gain 2 Omnivamp and 2 crit. That one's usually pretty good. She's a duelist warrior, so we haven't had any rush triggers. That doesn't help us. Per reroll. We're going to do a lot of rerolls, but this is the one you want. This really turns her into a really nice carry. So we're left with 1 gold. Our eco's a little destroyed, but we'll get it back. We're going to swap this back to here, and then we'll just put this on you, because this actually is this will help her ability. I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so demolition or single combat. Tilly might be good enough for single combat. Because she's I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Usually this is the harder one. So we can pick what we can do. Per Vanguard, no. 375 poison. This would be good on Pollen. And gain 20 shards. Let's do the gain 20 shards so that we can try and get this thing online next round. And we're going to also put the tanking thing on her. So we're going to swap out her. We're going to put her in the back. And just hope that she has enough Omnivamp to get through it. We shall see. There's her shard generation. Looks like she's doing okay. We may run into the rift limit, which would be bad. But as long as she keeps going. And so with this ability, it's better when she's lower health. I'll admit that. Which makes her kind of scale, but I'm not complaining about her having a lot of health in this battle. So we made the right choice. Getting her to A got us the ability to actually win that battle, which is kind of hard. All right, let's see here. But yeah, I think I said it earlier. Hope you all are doing well. A lot of games coming out. I've been super busy as always. I'm always the busiest man, it seems like. A lot of summer activities going on. Been playing a lot of different stuff. Definitely been playing a little bit of this, but I have been playing. I've been playing a lot of Slice and Dice still. It was my game of 2025 on my phone. I just can't get enough of it, man. It's so fun. There's just so many different modes to play. It really is a blast. But been playing that. Let's see here. What do we got to worry about? These guys are really tanky. I think we're gonna do it like this, because she actually tanked better than Zuri. We'll do that here, and we'll see if that works out for us. Split up some of the damage, because Zuri hasn't been making it. Seems like, yeah, there we go. Tilly's got it. What else have I been playing? I started playing Neon White last night. Speed running game from a couple years ago. Was having a good time with that. I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077 later than anybody else ever suggested. Okay, so did that go online? It did. Very good. I've been playing Mech Warrior, a lot of sci-fi stuff. A lot of cool stuff in the background here. Trying to think of some more stuff to play on the channel. There's infinite possibilities. So even for this today, I had like 100 different things I wanted to try, but this is kind of like flavor of the month right now, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I wanted to do a Holodeck Hour because it's been a minute. And of course, I'm always playing, you know, my Boomer Shooters, my Dooms. Still going through the Plutonia experiment. It's very, very hard, but getting close to the end there. And I'm trying to finish up Blade of Agony, which is, I think I've talked about before. It's a great GC Doom mod that remakes kind of like a Wolfenstein-esque. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, kind of Doom-like. Really, really good free-to-play game as long as you have, I think, one of the Doom DLLs or XEs or something like that. I think it's Doom 2 is what you need. Highly recommend. All right, 40 attack speed in the back is pretty good because that's where Tilly's going to want to go. This is good, but we don't necessarily need it. What we really need is a good level up, but we'll do this because we might get another hero in the back there. Ooh. Now, here's a hard choice. I haven't had great success with Pimenta, but we have not found another Zuri, and an A tank mage is really good. She does have a backup. She's only gained 15, so yeah, not doing crazy things for us right now. We'll see if we need to sell her. What we are going to do is definitely bring her in. We want to get... Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get this, right? Because we have Warrior Duelist, we have Mystic, we have Mate, yeah, Tank. We're definitely never going to get that. That Relic quest, unfortunately, but we tried. Nothing crazy good here. This is pretty good. I don't think she does... So we've kind of got a poison build right now. Mystic's gain 4 regen. That would affect her only. I'm going to reroll a little deeper. Does she have a stall ability? She does. What is her stall ability? Gain HP per second in the cloud. So that makes it trigger pretty fast. That's not bad for her. And some mana regen. I'm no longer worrying about crit necessarily. So let's do this on her. We'll reroll one more time. And that'll be it for now. We'll be on our way. So we're doing all right. We've got 2 A heroes, which is good. Let's see her abilities. This makes her tankier. That's good. This is poison. It would be good to get something that synergizes with poison, as we do have 2 poison heroes. But yeah, we're gonna get to the campfire here. We can actually level up Zuri if we want to. I don't know if that... We could also retrain an ability on here. This is actually the one I would pick. Depending, auto attack, gain 1 defense. Yeah, these are pretty good for her. We don't really have anything we want to redo on them. Now, do we rank up Zuri just in the... I think we do, actually. Let's see. Let's rank her up. It's kind of a crazy play. Let's see if we can get a backup ability. She does not have any backup abilities. Okay. Petrify all enemies targeting her, dealing damage, inflicting 1 poison per stone skin trigger this game. So that would be 15. And then rush, auto attacks do boom boom. After stall, auto attacks heal, boom boom. That's pretty good. That just makes her tankier. And stunning for 4 seconds. This is just like a damage thing when auto attacked. Inflict 1 poison. And gain 1 HP per second. That could be pretty good too. This is going to give her more damage and heal. We're going to try Blade Dancer. Like I said, I really haven't played too much with her. Alright, first boss. We're going to... Now we've got Pimenta up front, so we're going to move her behind. We're going to do this, and actually we want the movement speed buff for the folks in the back, so we're going to drop them back here. We could do this, actually, which may be better. And then they'll all gain the attack speed and run up, so let's try that. Very good. I'll get the movement speed buff from being in the back. Taking a ton of damage, but Pollen is able to do it. Looks like the Blade Dancer is generating some healing. Let's do a little look here. Damage taken. She's healing herself a decent amount. Pollen's doing most of the heavy lifting, but that was a pretty good battle. That was a pretty good battle. A lot of poison applied. So definitely doing good there. And then Tilly's doing the most damage, followed by Pimenta. And Pimenta's actually doing a decent amount. That's exactly what we want to see. Pollen's picking up all the abilities on the left side of her thing here. Shard Generation. Shard Generation. Shards generated 40. Kill gain 3. Nothing super synergizing. There was an item we looked at earlier. We can get, we're going to do this. We're going to get 1 more hero. If it will let us. It will not let us for some reason. That's very strange. Huh. Wonder why not. Oh, I have to pick my ability. Duh. Alright. On cast. Yep, that would help. Each type of debuff. Right now it's just really poison. These are both backups. She's going to be up, and we need her healing, though. On stall, gain 1 shard and give all heroes 3 mana regen. Stall abilities trigger 6 seconds faster. On cast, gain 1 for each type of debuff. Like I said, right now, think poison, so it's just going to give 1 mana regen for just poison. We'll do this. That seems like it could help, because it'll give us a little bit of money, and everybody gets 3, and then it can re-trigger. Now we can get that. On shard okay, this is what we want because we have a shard generation engine. Ooh. That is really good for Zuri too, because that would get her to 100% crit. But this we have to do because we're going to be generating shards like a maniac. There will be more items that allow us to crit, but we can't freeze the shop actually. All right, we're just going to proceed. There'll be more crit items. So now we're back, and you can see we have 4 heroes. Zuri is more of a DPS right now. So we're gonna these are both tanks. We're gonna move this over to her for now. We could get more items to kind of fill out all of our fun. We're gonna keep them in the front. We're gonna do this. Actually, we're gonna do it like this, so that they all run up. Nice, that worked out well. That gives them the attack speed bonus. Tilly's not close enough necessarily, but absolutely wrecked them. Holy crap. That was great. Who did all that damage? Oh my gosh, it was just the relic killers. Yep, that may be our win condition. That was way too much damage from the shard generation. So we've got 1 mage, so that doesn't really help us too much. Do a little re-roll in here. This could be good if we keep Zuri in the back. But then we can't get... Yeah, so that kind of conflicts with other items we have. 20 crit on crit, inflict 3 poison. This is pretty good. Gosh, yeah. I think we do need more items, but a really good relic goes a long way. And it seems like we're doing a ton of damage right now. Choose one of 3 rare relics. This one I'm not crazy about. 1 of 3 relics increases the stat for all heroes. For the next 2 combats, stunned. Yeah, this one's tough. We're going to do this one. Usually the 6 stun is pretty easy to get through. I think everybody benefits from magic in some way. I would like to do the crit boost because I am trying to get Zuri's thing up, but I think the mana regen is pretty good too. 10 mana regen. She doesn't have mana. 6 mana regen. 22 mana regen. We're just going to go with the flat magic boost. Helps everybody out. Alright, so this guy you got to keep an eye on. He will pull the furthest monster from him. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Tilly back here. And then we're going to do you two. And then we're going to hope that works out. Hopefully so. Tilly I'm not worried about. She's been going absolutely sicko mode. This actually would be better on Zuri now. But this would be better on her. We're going to keep it on her because she's going to get the one pulling, but we'll probably switch to Zuri afterwards. Oh my gosh, we've made a terrible mistake. Never mind. It all worked out. Did Zuri die, though? Thought she died. Looks like I guess she survived. I'll take it. Nope, surviving here. Yeah, somebody did die. Why did they take so much damage? Total damage dealt. Total damage taken. Tilly made it through. Zuri. Yeah, it took way too much damage there. Alright. Inflict 25, 50, and 75. At the start of combat. Oh, we don't have all 3, so we can't do that. This is a pretty good item. And it's on sale. It would be adding burn, which doesn't do a terrible amount for us, but it's a pretty decent item. Yeah, getting an epic like this in here is pretty good. I'm tempted to get it. We could actually, it would not be bad on Tilly. But we'll do this. We'll put this onto her. We'll put this onto her. Get a little reroll in. It would be nice to be able to get Zuri up one more level. 25 shards in the bank. We just have that item. Nothing crazy here. Oh my gosh. That's tough. That's so tough. An S rank hero. Do we freeze the shop and pray? Man. We're not going to get 45 now. It's so hard to pass this up because this is exactly what we need. What if we sold Zuri? It would only be 16. 16 plus 9. We could swap out. I think we're going to do it because she's not been... I want to keep her, but she's not doing enough damage. She did take most of the... She did take a lot of the damage there. But having this crazy assassin... Yeah, she's just not doing much for us. I'm sorry, Zuri. I'm really sorry. We got to sell ya. Do any of your things... They do... So she have a little bit that triggers off of... on rush trigger. Does she have a rush ability? I don't think we have any rush abilities. Okay, not Zuri. Of course, Zuri does. This sucks. We don't have any rush triggers. So we could retrain this later. And it's only on assassins. It says she has rush, but she doesn't have a rush ability, so that kind of sucks, but we're going to do this. We're going to put this here. Sorry to see you go. And then we don't really need this. We can sell this and pick up
I will not let our guild down.
a nice assassin for some healthy damage. She doesn't have any items, but she is an S tier and should do a lot of stuff for us. We can do this. We can put this on her. So yeah, it's all poison. We really need some more poison synergy if we can pick it up. 200 HP, 30 defense, 20 attack speed. We really want that on her. She has no attack speed. Oh no. Jeez, yeah, we need to retrain her. Her abilities suck. That may not have been the right move. Yeah. All right. We'll do this. She'll probably be more... She kind of jumps into the battle, so we'll try that. And that's way too much damage per second. We do not have the healing for that. All right, this is a miserable fight. This is about as hard as it gets. We may have made a terrible mistake. He stuns. They pull. They jump. The lizards jump. So the lizard's going to jump on the back line. They're going to pull the farthest person away. So we're going to put the tank over here. We're going to keep them in the back line. And then we're just going to do this and hope that it works out. We may lose this one. Boom. Yeah, the shard ability that we got is absolutely game-changing. It's doing so much damage. I've never actually had that good of a synergy, so pretty cool to see it while we're recording. All right, a lot of money there. We need some good items. And Aria is incredible too. She's really, really good, but not great abilities, unfortunately. She's got a good amount of offense. That would be good. Assassins, warriors, and duelists. We have an assassin. We have a warrior. That would help them. That would help them. That's a pretty good item that hits 2 heroes. We may have to pick that and maybe just do this to give her more shields. But I am greedy, so we're going to reroll and see if anything... Oh, man. Ooh. Crit 20 times. That should be pretty easy. I think we're going to pick up some relics here, guys. Maybe a common item. Ooh, 1 magic per 8 shards. So it's only 10 magic. 11, 12 magic. 15 crit, 4 mana regen. So does she does scale off of that. It's not bad for her. We've generated a lot of money, which has been really good for us. Ernie's also incredible, I'm not going to lie. Very, very good carry. Let's see, how much damage did she do? She held her own. 7 crit, 12 attack, 61. We'll just do this for now. And we'll put it onto her to get that damage up. And we'll proceed. Getting close to the end of the run here, so now we get to pick another thing. So this will get some more relics. We've got nobody sharing a class whatsoever. So crazy. So who do we need most for? A Mystic Relic might help us. We don't... Tilly's got a lot of buffs anyways. We're going to go for a Mystic Relic. Whenever a Mystic casts, they gain 2 magic. Whenever a Mystic casts, they shield the lowest equal their mana regen. That's not great. 500%, so... Well, okay, so like on her, 500% would be 500. Right? 10 times... Am I doing that? There's no way it's 5,000. 500%. So if it were 100%, it would be 10. Yeah, that's not very good. They gain magic equal to 50% of their mana regen. That's not bad. They gain 2 magic per debuff type. I think right now we just got poison, so we're going to go with this. Give her a little bit more magic, make her abilities more powerful. This is not a terribly hard fight. Move you up here. Keep you all in the back row just to get that buff. And we just got to see if we can get through some of these. We're doing pretty good. Oh my goodness. All right. That is really bad. That was really bad. We got absolutely annihilated. I'm not sure exactly why, but we've hit our emergency rewind, so we need to change some stuff up. Why did she get melted? Took way too much damage. Can we expand on why? All right. We need something. We need some really, really good tank items to throw onto Pimenta. This is my problem with her. I always struggle. If there's a tank, heroes gain 1 defense. So by the end, everybody can gain 60 defense. That's pretty good. We'll pick up that. 50 on cast, 30 attack, on auto attack, 2 magic. Spellblade. I'm going to pick up this, too. Alright. Crest items would be good. If we can win. But then we have to equip all... We actually do have room. And then we could get more triggers on things like... Yeah, so we'll do that. Hopefully we win. On kill, 25 mana. On cast, 25 HP. That might not be bad for her. Gives her a little bit more, and it gives her a heal, but she has to get the cast. Makes her cast sooner. She can kill somebody. I'm gonna reroll again. Okay. That's pretty good. Have we hit that crit thing yet? Almost. Almost. On crit, 3 poison. We need tank items, unfortunately. That's an okay tank item. Getting pretty deep into our rerolls, which is not good either. We may have to take this. This isn't great because this is not going to increase. She's always going to stand behind somebody. So, not the best tank item. Eesh. Rip S tier. We may have to do another rotation. Because he's pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do it. What does he got? Rush, gain attack. Yeah. Pimenta, you're out. Rip, you're in. Last 3 seconds longer. We're going to put that on you. We're going to put both of these on you, actually. Stall build. I don't think he actually has any stall. He does not. She does. So we'll do that. Although this does give him more defense and mana regen. He doesn't have any mana, though. We'll do it on her. Would she benefit from this? She doesn't have any stall. This is going to make her abilities trigger really quick. All right, hopefully that was the right move. We're going to change this up. You can see Rip, ton of HP. You there. You need to jump. Tilly. Yeah. We're going to move you guys over here, actually. And hopefully this doesn't screw it up. I'm wondering if... I'm not sure exactly. We just got a ton of... Oh, my God. Go, 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 go. Oh, crit more, crit more. Charge generated. We need it, we need it, we need it. Oh, God. Yeah, we're in bad shape. We're definitely in bad shape. We did complete all the quests, though, which is very good for us. But again, we are leaning way too much on that, so our heroes just are not strong enough. All right. With some of these, though, now we can get this. So 40% attack speed. She already counts as a duelist. She is an assassin, so this would be good for her. Counts as a duelist. We'll do this so that he gets it, and then counts as a tank during combat. Make them 3 classes. Make them 3 classes. It's kind of what we want. I'm gonna reroll here. I think I missed something there. I think I may have just been... Yeah, I think I totally missed a good hero over there, but... Well. I'm not going to really scale too hard by the end of game. She needs more Omnivamp, though. The crit's just increasing her crit damage. We're just going to roll. Whenever the mage casts, they deal damage to the lowest health enemy 300% of their magic. We don't have a mage anymore, so that's not doing us much good. This could be good, inflicting frost. Anything else that this triggers with? Vanguard, 20 Omnivamp. This just makes him tankier. Getting HP on these guys is really good. 200 HP. Inflicts frost. Yeah, that's probably not a bad tank item. We're just going to proceed and hope we don't lose. Because if we lose again, we can't... We ran out of our emergency rewind, which is unfortunate. All right. Duelist. Warriors gain 25 attack and crit. Is he a warrior now? He's a duelist now. Everybody's a duelist. Everybody is a duelist. 4 mana regen. I think the most we have 3 duelists. These are items, not relics. And we have no warriors. I guess Silly's a warrior. Let's do... This item is held by a duelist. Double its stats. Sure, it's probably the best one. Let's see. We really, really, really need somebody to pick up the work here. She's mostly doing rush stuff, so we really haven't... She's, not doing us actually a lot. We should have read her abilities better. We can do this, though, and make Tilly more of a powerhouse. This is not the hardest fight, position-wise. We're going to throw you guys all back here. We can put you there. Yeah, and then... Just kind of hope. We're going to do it like that. We'll do it like that. Alright. Alright, the shard generation, again, doing a ton of work for us. Way more than I would like. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yuna not doing a lot. She's taking a lot of damage, which is not great. We did complete another quest, so we did get the Unity vessel there, which is hilarious. This is pretty good on Rip. Yeah, that's exactly what we want on him. Just making him a super tank. Let's hope for some S tier upgrades. Ooh, the holder counts as a mystic. So whenever a mystic casts, and then... Okay, we could put that on her to make her a little better. That might be... The holder counts as a mystic. If they are already a mystic, they gain more regen. Her regen is 7. She's more of a caster right now. I feel like that's pretty good for her. We're going to put that on her. Heroes gain 20% of each rank of the tank in reserve. Yeah, that's a tough one. Every 15 auto attacks, this gains 1 attack speed. For 10, that's not bad. Inflict 175 poison. Okay, this could be good for us. How much damage is... Nothing, okay. Mostly poison, but not enough. Let's see. Every 4 seconds per type of debuff on each enemy. Every 4 seconds. So that will make them all slightly buffed. Not the best, not the worst. I just don't know if it's gonna... We really need like a... we need a Pollen or a Tilly level up, if I'm being honest. Ho Young. Jeez. Do we swap to him? Fire and arrow. Every other crit gain a shard at the start of combat. Inflict poison. Gains mystic. And then all these items we have on her. Would he do more damage than her? He's going to be more backline, which could be good for us because she's just not doing a lot. Getting in there, dealing some damage, but with the crit, every other crit gain 1 shard. That's going to go nuts, actually. So, again, we're rotating. I know. We're going to sell... None of these are backup, right? I guess they actually... Backup. Backup. She's got 2 backup abilities. But we could sell an item, get him, keep her as backup, just to keep her stuff. But there maybe that is the move. Maybe that is the move. We really don't need this. This is, I guess, everything's kind of helping. We need to sell one thing to get Ho Young in the game. Rare item. I don't think we even have really any commons, do we? Oh yeah, we can sell the blade. Okay. No, we need 6. We need 6 items. So we want to sell, I guess, a rare, or we sell her and we get more items. Would the items be better than her? Crits inflicting poison's okay. On rush trigger, but we don't... Well, he has a rush trigger now. So these two do synergize. And this would work in the backup. Okay, let's do this. He's a Mystic Assassin, so we don't really need this. We can sell this. We can also put it on her. This is probably a better move here. This is nothing crazy. 15 crit, 12 attack, 20 magic on cast. We're going to sell this. We're going to get Ho Young. We're going to swap him in. We're going to put all of his stuff. To see if I cast. He does. All the items onto him. And we're going to pray. Moment of peace. So this is the final boss. Look at this. 15-minute recording. Who would have thought? One run. This is where we're going to figure it out. Okay, so this is our chance. We're definitely going to retrain. The question is who? All other assassins and mystic gain mana regen. Gain from this ability. That is not great for us right now. Every other crit gain 1 shard. That is going to help a lot with the trigger. Poisonous Eye is not great. We're pretty happy with her. Rip. On rush trigger. Yeah, I mean, he's gaining some health from that, but we may be able to swap something in because this will likely be the last fight that gets us a bit more. Or do we swap out? Let's go for Ho Young and try and get him a little bit better. So 69 crit damage is not great. We're going to see if there's a better one here. For Rush 10, 100 crit. At the start of combat, give this hero and adjacent heroes 790 shields. Mystics gain 1. Wow. That would be crazy. That's a lot of mana regen for both of those folks. Or we do this, which it makes him shield, which we are having healing problems. It's a question of one of these two for me. This will make him just at the start of combat. It's a 7. I think we go for this. I think that's the long-term move. Ton of, oh my gosh, he might be going crazy. We gotta do this right. We gotta do this right. So we're gonna set him up back here. Tilly, you're back here. Pollen, we need to make sure. All right, and then he counts as a duelist as well. All right, any other final moment decisions? All right, well, I feel like we're pretty good. This is about as good as we can get. This thing, minimum 2,500 damage. All right, wish us luck. Little scary start here. Let's slow it down. Let's slow down the speed. Oh my gosh, we killed him. We beat the Triple S. That was the best build you've ever seen. Honestly, that relic generator, that shard, whatever you want to call it. Let's take a look here, actually. That was an incredible run. All from this. This is a little broken right now. And I'm going to tell you that, yeah, this... How many times did he crit? He critted 6 times during that fight and triggered this immediately. We might be able to go endless for a while. So yeah, I thought we were going to be able to get multiple runs in, but it looks like we're just going to be doing endless, because this might actually go endless for a little while here. We can now bring in win combo with 3 or more different ranks in combat. We could buy a B to trigger that, but then we'd have to swap a hero in. Yeah. 3 or more hero ranks. That's going to be a tough one. Heroes gain 400 HP when our Vanguard auto attacks. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good for us. Inflicts poison, deal 30 more. We have 1 poison. He no longer does poison damage. I guess they do, actually, because he's an assassin, so I don't really know if we need more. We're going to get this. Set the attack to the magic, whichever is higher. They're both pretty low for him. Would be good to get... Nicholas is interesting. He like eats items. I really haven't had a good opportunity to learn him yet. After stall 90, break the rift. This is pretty good. This means that after a minute 30, you just win the battle, but it does mean that you don't get the hero bonus, but that could be pretty good for endless. That will eat up all of our gold. Whew, 1 magic per... We've generated 200 shards. That was honestly the key to our victory. I'm going to tell you right now. I've never had that good of eco in a game before. 4 mana regen. So that would generate 20-something magic. Not bad. On rush, I think we got to do break... Ooh, inflict 5,000 debuffs. We could do... Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. That is tough. I don't know... That could take like several rounds to get going. I'm going to do the break the rift. And that'll be our last item. That's kind of like where you get like the store stops running after endless. So yeah, now we're in endless and we just kind of go as long as we can. Yeah. We're going to switch back to max speed. Ho Young. Let me see that damage. Definitely picking up all the damage dealing. Rip getting absolutely gigantic. Oh my goodness. And who... Nope, nobody died. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, you can see we don't generate any money. All of our damage is strictly coming from that ability. It's pretty nutty. Ho Young, though, definitely, yeah, that's the ultimate synergy. Just whenever he's critting, we're dealing... Oh, rip. Oh, no. All right, we may... Oh, will we... Ah. That's the end of it. I thought we were going to go way farther than that, I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, Endless, they get pretty crazy pretty fast. That's a victory, y'all. That's a victory. So we're 41,000 leaderboard rank. We're in the top 92.4% of players. We finally have beaten Triple S, which unlocks the hardest mode for me, Red Rift. Red Rift. Take on a highly dangerous contract to close the Red Rift. Complete all 6 challenges and defeat the final boss to seal the Red Rift and earn your spot on the win streak leaderboard. Failing a streak, end your run in defeat and reset your win streak. Enemies in the Red Rift have increased stats, and Red Rift runs do not continue into endless mode. Pretty tough. Pretty tough if I'm being honest. But I don't know how long one of these could go either. It's a gamble. It's definitely a gamble. Do we try it? I think we'll give it a quick shot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through a Red Rift. I know this is the hardest mode, but I'm curious how long it lasts in the different structure. I've seen some people playing it online, but haven't done it myself. All right, so win 6 combats, gain 40 shards. Crest Windfall actually seems like it's pretty good. Yuna, man, I just don't know how to use her. So Red Rift missions, we got to finish all these. Skip a combat challenge reward, skip a campfire, purchase the Act 1 key, purchase the Act 2 key, hero limit death, and charge the Rift seal. I see now, I see. I didn't realize that's what they were doing. So, given that, this is pretty good. Both of these are pretty good. I like Kai a lot, though, so we're going to do that. He's a really good DPS. Can only equip one of these for now. Charge the Rift Seal by equipping a hero of different classes and winning combats. So, oh man, there's a lot going on here. Each combat provides 1 charge, and heroes with more than 1 class charge the Rift Seal from top to bottom. Oh my gosh, it reduces their stats by 25% and must be equipped each combat. When the Rift Seal is fully charged, it destroys itself. Okay. Need to get rid of that immediately. We have to equip this on him. That's kind of the way they intended it. Lowers the stats by 25%, but thankfully, that's not a lot right now. We win the first battle of our Red Rift. Very good. Crazy if we lost. We're going to have to be extra critical when choosing our heroes. Right now, none of these items can work. I don't really like any of these. Level up for Kai is very good, but also... Okay, we can try this. We'll get him. Gain the tank class and 30 defense. I like this one. 64. This is if you have somebody who shields, which we may or may not. I think we're going to do... Whenever a crit reduce their target, yeah, back up. So we'll do this. The Resolute Strike hitting is pretty good too, and this makes him a little bit tankier. Now we could pick Ming. I feel like we have to pick one of these two here. I've never really used him either. He's a Vanguard, kind of going a little tanky, which is not great. You really need damage. But for right now, we're gonna do it just to have a second hero. We couldn't afford Nyx on them. Also, they're kind of hard to get going. Kind of also, yeah, they're okay from my perspective so far. All right, let's get our first starter shard. So yeah, it's kind of the same. We just have to do all this stuff now. So we got to make sure we skip a campfire, skip a combat challenge. We could probably skip the final campfire. Skip a combat challenge reward, and we just got to purchase the fragments. Okay, we can do that. Skipping 2 things, buying some fragments. 40 magic, gain a rare item which gives attack. Yeah, we're going to definitely do that. And nice, it's a warrior item. We can put that on Kai. Perfect. Game being friendly to me. What do we want? Counts as attack. We'll just give him that for now. I don't even think he has mana. He does not. So we'll use that when we do eventually get a Mystic or somebody who has more mana, but it wouldn't be bad on him. We could put this on him, but we actually want them both up here. Reduce the amount of damage they take. Probably would have been smarter to pick this guy, because when he casts, he's just going to dome him, but thankfully Resolute Strike hit. Alright, very good. Very, very good. Ooh, man. Can't turn that down. You cannot turn that down. An A on turn 4 is incredible. For Rush 8, gain 100 attack. At start of combat, warriors gain 2,000 lasting shields. That's pretty good. Taunt all enemies. I mean, this is like a static 2,000. This is like it's a ton of attack at the beginning. Doesn't have a lot. This just re-taunts. We have a Vanguard, so that's not the best. And this... we don't have anybody applying Frost, so yep, it's going to be Shielding Presence. Kind of going super tanky with him. Gustav I love. He can also act as a tank. Okay, buy the Shop Fragment. Shops remaining in this Act 4. Okay, so we have to buy that before the end of this Act. I see now. So we got to save up some money for that. But we're going to put this on you now. And the Etched Path. Defensive stuff. We actually want more. We'll try this. Alright. On Victory gains shards. 1 mana regen on cast. That's pretty good. At the gain 60 defense and grow in size. The start of combat. After winning 2 combats. Grow in size, that's not bad. I'm just a stand for damage. We're going to put that on Kai. Kai's really a damage dealer. Alright. Let's try this and see if this works any better for us. Not really. A lot of shields, though, and because we're so early on, having, Ming, although he's not really doing much right now. Yeah, just a little bit of extra damage. This is just the Kai game. I could have just probably started with him, to be honest. If you're warrior in combat, your attacks... okay, man, it's just really leaning into this warrior build for us. That is pretty good. Most of its damage is... yeah, I don't know if... we need another hero. That's pretty good, but we really need another hero. There's a level up for Ming, so I guess we're going to try this. Rank B is always pretty good. Channel Flames to deal 300 damage. Inflict burn per rush trigger this game, and that's pretty good. For Rush 15, we don't really need more health. For yeah, we're going to do this. The Searing. And that gives him some mana regen. And yeah, that's about it there. It's getting a little bit more expensive for that thing, so we need to make sure we get it. After this, they gain 40% increased stats. I feel like we have to go for it. Right? We are not in good shape, but Kai is doing a lot of damage. And we would get a rare relic. We're gonna go for it. We need it. We need our free relics based off of our stuff. Hopefully we make it through. We're just gonna do this. Tanker Vanguard, so he doesn't even trigger this. It's strength. Oh my gosh. Oh, but now he's a Mystic. Very good. So this is working on him, and it's reducing a stat, so we're going to move that to him. Even though this only makes him Vanguard Warrior. Okay, so it'll still trigger 2. We can get the Mystic later with that, so that works out. Alright. Let's see if we can do it. They're going to become very strong. Oh! Resolute Strike. Was that all Resolute Strike? No, I made the right choice. That did quite a bit of... yeah, totally. Ton of damage. Ton of damage. Yeah, gaining 8/3 shields plus remaining shields. Yeah, we've definitely picked the right synergy there. We had the opportunity to get that. 6 attack each time is pretty good. Nobody was stall. 6 attack throughout the game's pretty good. By the end, that's like 60 attack. That's a pretty good item versus 60 in defense and grow in size. We don't really have anybody else right now. For us, it's really just the defense. This is going to take a while to get the... we'll do this. Key Fragment. How many do we have left? 2. So we either have to... let's see if there's anything incredible here. This would be pretty good for Ming, unfortunately. Unfortunately. He needs more HP. He's a Vanguard. Yeah, 1+ per 650. So we need to get him a little bit over that. And more shields. We'd have to move this back over there. And then that would put us at 13, which is not enough to get the key fragment, but we could get a next act. I think we actually, maybe we just hold on. Or we buy it now. Let's just buy it now. Get it over with. We'll pause. Endurance, as many shards. This we might get through because of Resolute Strike going crazy. 10 seconds, yeah. I double his HP if this pops off, I feel like we can steal the 20 shards. It's crazy we're just doing this with 2 heroes right now. This is not the best, but we're leaning in pretty hard with how well Kai has scaled so far. This is going to make him nutty. So we're just going to do this. He's also a warrior, so this will fill up that one. It would be good to switch these, but for this endurance trial, I don't think so. All right, boys. Get her done. Yeah, with the cast on that, it's just crazy. That's exactly what we're looking for. Very good. We're just going to move you guys over here and begin. Get that Resolute Strike off. Incredible. We are going absolutely crazy. All right. We really could use a healer, although we aren't really suffering too bad through it. We can just get an Assassin A. Like I said, I'm just not crazy about Nyx. Yeah, no healer. We're getting shields just because both of them... How is he getting... Oh, he's getting shields from the ability. Yeah, so that's not going to scale long term. But an A hero is like very hard to pass up. That's the problem. I'm just not crazy about Nyx. We don't have any items for her. Or they. Or him. I'm not sure what they are. Let's see. Heroes gain. Yeah, I'm not sure. That would be a good amount by the end. But we're not looking for that. We're looking for a good hero. Oh, God. No. No. That's very good. That's very good. The thing is, though... So, will he regain... We need something that... Yeah, no, this is going to be pretty good with Kai. This is going to suck. We're just going to... Okay, B, Arya, literally, I'll take it. We don't have a healer, but at least we have some damage. And 3, 10 HP per second. Mystic or Mage, we can throw that on her. Something else to heal him. Oh, yeah, why not? Why not? Alright, Campfire, so we have to skip this reward. But retraining abilities, what does she have? Okay, this is actually perfect. I'm missing some stuff for sure. I'm definitely lucking out. I'm gonna take it as the luck of recording. This is actually her like mystic ability to give shield, so that is perfect. If I would have seen that, I would have picked her even faster than I did. Okay, so we're gonna skip the campfire rewards. All right. This is gonna be our first boss battle. We need to skip a combat challenge reward next and purchase the key. All right, you're going to go way the heck back there. You're going to go up front. And that's really about it. Resolute Strike's going to do a ton of damage. She's going to give him a little bit more shields. Yeah, not looking bad. Not bad at all for a little Red Rift run. This is doing a lot of damage, too. Let's see. From the relic. 726. I mean, not a lot on somebody like that, but... We'll take it. All right. Our first auction house. Whenever it... Oof. Man, we're really going heavy into shields. Yeah. I mean, gosh. Oh, man. This is the shield game. These relics are crazy. We're just not getting any items. It hasn't been hurting us because we've been getting lucky. We could trigger this in 2 rounds. Now, 50% more defense is not crazy for him. He doesn't really have a lot if we got more defense on him. Whenever damage, this is just going to double that damage, which is crazy. 30, 30, 60, 45. So getting a 4th hero is going to be really important. I think we're going to go like this. Yeah. And we're just going to kind of hope that this... Oh, man, this is going to be tough. All right. You're going to go here. You're going to go here. And hopefully, yep, that's about as good as we can hope for, I guess. Resolute Strike doing work. Arya, we need a level on her. But I feel like we're making pretty good decisions so far. The Kai build, I didn't realize how absolutely broken we lucked out in being. A freaking A, Zuri. She comes back. When auto-attacked, this is again, though, it's not a healer. None of these are backup either. We just didn't have good luck with her. Could we this time? Maybe. She's just going to get 10 from this. It's not crazy. Stealth. Yeah, I don't know. Rowan wouldn't be bad. This might not be bad either. A Dragon Rage is too low of a level. This gains 20 max HP. Does he have a rush trigger? He does. Double burn. Wouldn't be bad for him. We're almost done with this, which is great. We're just going to reroll. Oh, okay, perfect.
That's the right.
Very good. That'll do. On cast, gain 15 magic. That will eventually work pretty well. Permanently gain 2 mana regen. Mystics gain 1 mana regen for each reroll. We saw how good that was last time. This, there's still 30 on cast. She doesn't have a lot of magic. That's honestly the problem. This would give her magic slowly if we don't get any other items on her. This just gives more, goes more into his bucket of giving even him more mana regen. I feel like we need to do, she just needs magic, so we're going to do that for now. Yeah, that's basically all we got. So we need to get that second key item. It would be good to get some generation of shards and to actually get a hero in that 4th slot. I know, it seems crazy. You just don't get that item to get the teams up, I think, after that battle. Okay. Anything we got to do here? No, we have 1 death. Stunned, your heroes gain 500. That's just... We could probably do that, though. Increases the stat for all heroes. Reduces a stat. Do we do... I think the 500 HP is pretty good. Unless we can do magic for everybody. Does everybody have a little bit of magic? They do. So we could go for the one that gets us magic. Assuming we do get magic, we may not. Or we can do 2 stuns, 500 HP. That's going to just directly help our tanks. So let's do that. This is going to be tough. 6 stun on the front. Thankfully, this is not the hardest battle. So we're going to start in the back here. And just make them have to run to us. That bought us 2 seconds. 3, 6. Okay, and we're in the battle. We're okay. We just need Arya. Arya's not going to stay alive. Yeah, we're going to have to switch that item to Kai for one of these, just to get it off of her, because it's making her really bad. Oh, never mind. Actually worked even though she died. Very cool. Scorn. That's an A. Just get 3 tanks. That does not seem like a winning strategy, if I'm being honest. We've got 1 warrior, 2 warrior in combat with double the burn. See, he doesn't have rush, does he? No, it would just be for him. We're going to reroll once. Grace. She's a healer. We saw her... Well, actually, we didn't pick her last game. But she's a shield. Oh, man. I think she's the move.
I can help.
Yeah. And a little bit of defense. She'll be pretty good. And then we need to... Remember the key frag, and then we got to skip one of these things. That's pretty good. She's all right. Challenging counter. Do we 15% basic stats? Oh, we could do that. We could definitely do that. I hope. Famous last words. Okay, you're here. You guys are going up here, and you were just gonna hide right there. Yeah. Yeah, actually, we'll do it like this. This is the optimal. Right here. Like that. So she gets everybody with her beam. Assuming they stay in that spot. Give them shields. Everybody's shielding up. You love to see it. Everybody's dealing damage back with the shields. Yeah, look at that. Relic's doing damage and both of them going off. We lost. He looks away for one moment and they immediately lose. Okay, yeah, that I deserve that. Okay, that's pretty good. Back 2 rows. Yeah, we're gonna need that for Arya. We're on our emergency rewind. Would she be better? Did she heal at all? She did do a little bit of healing. He's doing most of our damage. Ming does suck, I'm going to be honest. Has he had anything that... No. We could replace him with Zuri. They're trying to feed it to us. Poison, this has not done any... You need her so early, I feel like. Let's roll again, see if we get another good one. Omnivamp. We do need some Omnivamp on the holder's target. Vanguards gain HP. We're going to pick up... If we do that... 50 attack, 10 HP per second. He doesn't need that. He's not doing a ton of damage, right? He's just like, yeah, just like a magic caster guy. 30 Omnivamp could be good. We could put that on Kai. We're hoping for an A here, which we've had that last game. We've got... Yeah. Let me see another good... Another good... Oh. Okay, we have to take Zuri. We have to take her. They literally are force-feeding her down our throats.
Your guild will
All right,
not
Ming, you're
be
out, dude.
overlooked.
Is yourself back up? No, of course not. We could sell him for 16 to get an item. Apply shields. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty good. Sorry, brother. You're gone. Omnivamp. We're going to put that on. Now, the question is there anything else I forget? Do we have anything that's triggering off of... No, just the shield generation. He's got 11 mana regen. It is, I feel like, making him get his ability pretty quick. And that is not something to clown around. We could try him without it for... I mean, we lose. She could use more of the mana regen. You're going to try that out. You're now a warrior. And you're going to get HP. And then... Oh, we're one short. Okay, we're going to sell this. Because it's on sale. And never the holder apply shields. This would be good on him too, to be honest. But we're going to throw it on her. Because that should make her pretty good. And how many rounds do we have left? We have 3. So we got to get that pretty much next round. We got to be careful. And we got to skip the next challenge reward. Yeah, we've got... some pretty tough battles in front of us. I'm not gonna lie to you here. Let's try this. We're gonna put you back here. See how it goes. They're stunned. Oh, right, this is the challenge encounter. I don't think that was necessarily what got us. Things looking not great. Oh, come on, please. No, we're going to lose. We couldn't do the challenge. We goofed. We screwed up. We shouldn't have picked the challenge mission. What a bummer. But Red Rift is pretty hard. You can see 56 is the highest this week. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. But pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm definitely going to play that more. I'm glad I finally unlocked it. I feel like we could have had it. We just shouldn't have picked that thing. What are you going to do? Anyways, y'all. I think we're going to call it here. This is Guildrun. The demo is free right now on Steam if you want to try and make your way up to Red Rift like me. I think it's going to be a paid game when it comes out from my early research. Hopefully stays, hopefully it's like a cheap release and then, they support it kind of with updates and stuff like that, hoping for not having to buy heroes and things. But we'll see what happens. Right now, it's really worth your time. It's super fun. I'm glad we got through SSS. Had a feeling we're going to lose on the Red Rift, but a little of our own doing. As always, if you enjoyed today's content, commenting, liking, interacting with the video, sharing the video, telling your mom about the video, all that good stuff helps the algorithm a great deal, and I appreciate it as well. This has been SpockPlays, playing Guildrun for the Holodeck Hour. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you next time.